All right. A to Z Sports Big Orange Game Day reaction. Charlie Burris, former Vols quarterback Jonathan Crompton. It is halftime. The Tennessee Volunteers are losing to Illinois. It is 10-7 Illini right now. And as of now, looking like Tennessee may drop 2 games to Illinois in just a number of weeks. One in basketball, one in football. If the football team does not get its act together here. The show, of course, brought to you by all of our great sponsors. We got Barton Drury Insurance Group. You can see their stuff at the bottom of the screen. Lipscomb Sports Analytics, Window Nation, and a new one tonight, Whataburger. The great folks at Whataburger bringing the heat for us. We'll talk about all that here in a minute. Crompton, you just watched what I watched. You're losing by 3 to what I would say is a pretty unimpressive Illinois team. Not, no offense to them, but what'd you think of that first half?
Truthfully,
Go do it.
I'm glad we're playing. But I think not just this game, but multiple bowl games this bowl season, I guess you'd call it, have kind of proven that nobody really cares about bowl games anymore. And that's unfortunate. But, I mean, yeah, there was a comment that said we have most of our playmakers out there, and we do because a lot of our guys are younger. But no, I hate to say it this way. It used to be the same thing before the playoffs with the BCS era. If you didn't play on January 1st or later, right, it was a New Year's Day game or later. And then once the playoffs started, if you weren't in the playoffs, the player, you just don't care. You're there as a quote unquote vacation. We care as fans. And I'm saying it that way to say, like, let me pull it up to make sure I don't misspeak. We've thrown for 53 yards at half.
Can happen.
Now I'll say this on the flip side. Luke Altmaier is the reason everybody's seeing why I said go after him in the portal last year. Make him an offer he can't refuse. I like watching this kid play. He's a 133 and a touchdown. Oddly enough, I don't think our defense has played horrible. 2 drives, they moved the ball. The other drives, our defense bowed their neck and got 4th down stops.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
So you're going to sit here and look at the stats and go, dude, they've got 404 yards of offense. They have the potential to get 404 if you're multiplying it out. But I don't. It's weird to say that. I don't feel like our defense has played horrible for the DBs we have out.
I think that's right, because the fact that it's only 10-7 with how bad, straight up, how bad your offense has played outside of that one drive. I don't want to say it's good. Not much about that half was good, but you could be in a worse spot.
Yes.
I mean, truly, I will at least, I'll say this. My prediction for this game was Tennessee 30, Illinois 10, and Illinois is right on track. Tennessee, on the other hand, is not on track. So I'm nailing it with Illinois in my prediction. But the offense, man, I mean, you're not missing much. What has happened? It stunk against Vandy. It's stinking right now. What has happened? I mean, is it, you're missing Wendell Moe and you're missing your best wide receiver, but the guys you're filling in at wide receiver, Matthews is good, Staley's good.
Yeah, I was about to say, Staley won freshman of the year in the conference. It ain't like he's a slouch.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
that. So
what is it?
I know that people are gonna be like, oh, well, he's got to step up. No, like I'm not going to give us any leeway on the fact of just because a couple guys opted out. Our main core is still there. Our main nucleus is still there on offense. I'll say it that way. We should have more than 53 passing yards and 74 rushing yards. We are 18 rushes for 74 yards and a touchdown. First drive, I'm like, hey, this is we're going to be all right. We're going to do some things tonight. And then after that, it just kind of fell off. It doesn't feel like we're in sync. O-line's getting beat a little bit up front. But I do think that when they said, I don't know which Illinois coach they said it. I'm assuming the D coordinator. And he's right. We've said this for years now. There's pros and cons of this, that we are arguably the most predictable offense when we go tempo based off where the tight end's at.
Yep.
There's pros and cons of that. The pro or the con is we are predictable. But the pro is, well, you still got to get lined up fast enough and stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a double-edged sword. But we're still uber predictable outside of our tempo. And we've said it for years. That's what we're going to get. But this is supposed to be a freaking home game for us. It's Nashville, for God's sakes. Like,
and Illinois has had 4 false starts?
Yes.
A terrible start for them.
Yes.
And yet here you are. Like this, realistically speaking, with the offense that you should have, it should be like 21-10 right now. That's what the score of this game should be if you're operating correctly. But I agree. You're getting called out for it now. It is a predictable offense.
We are.
And Joey has limitations. As much as I love him and his story's incredible, and he's been, what a great dude he was for coming in and the admirable effort he's given this season. But this is where you're at. Well, and actually, let's talk about that a little bit. But Joey in particular. But first, got to tell you about the good folks at Barton Drury Insurance. Customized solutions for all your insurance needs. They're truly a one-stop shop for both your personal and business insurance. With over 40 years of serving Tennesseans, they sell employee benefits, 401k planning, life insurance, workers' comp, liability, auto, property, umbrella, and surety bonds. They're local, and we strive to provide excellent service, but they also want to take the time to make sure everyone understands their insurance policies. That's Barton Drury. Go to bartondrury.com to find out more about them. And when it comes to Joey, I'll kind of put it this, because this is a conversation that's been going on leading up to this game. He's in the lawsuit, and potentially, if that came through, he would have the chance to come back. Do you want him back, Crump? Or are you more like
you just going right into it? Okay.
I mean,
Charlie goes, "Hey, this is our last game." You're like, "Screw it, here we go."
We've watched the kid for an entire season, and here he is. I have loved his effort and what he's brought to this team.
Yeah.
Can we upgrade, because he does have clear limitations? That's my only thought.
All right. I'm gonna take the not easy way out, but you'll see what I mean by it. And I've said this before. I do not blame any player for trying to come back. I get it. I think the NCAA needs to grow a backbone. Personal opinion, because it's hurting so many high school recruits. Oh, it's a whole different conversation. Okay, but it's hard to sit. I know the average person like, nope, don't want him back. But because of his maturity as far as college football and his age and his game experience, it's hard to sit here and say that he wouldn't get better next year with a full year under his belt in the system, because look at Hendon Hooker year 2. After year 1, we were almost kind of going, do we really want Hendon here?
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because it's part of it when you're learning a new system. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt of his time frame of coming in. But at this point in the year, there's no excuse, if that makes sense. Like, we only threw the ball 9 times. He was 6 of 9. Like, it wasn't like we threw the ball a lot. It just seems lackluster right now.
Something's off.
Listen, I know that they're playing deep. They're playing 2 high deep safeties, making us run the ball. That's fine. But we also have in our offense routes that are called digs. It's 10 to 14, depending on the offense, yardage, and you break in. That is one of the best routes you can individually throw against 2 high safeties. Why are we not throwing dig routes? We have all year. Why are we not throwing the dig routes? That's the stuff that I go to. that I'm not putting this all on Joey, is what I'm trying to get at. But I also think we need to see where we can go. We need a Dante Moore type player that can play up tempo, can play fast, but also when we slow it down, pick you apart. And I just don't think we have that right now. I guarantee you I'm not the minority on this one. Why are we not in the second half? Why are we not just playing our young guys? Not necessarily young guys, plural, but I want to see some QB play. Listen, Bishop, you're the solidified starter. Let me see some guys that are going to back you up next year because we have no number 2 tailback next year now. Starr's gone and Peyton's in the portal. I want to see what we've got next year now.
I think the main thing that keeps Heupel from doing that, I agree, because we can take a step back and, if you did that and you lose this game, you could say, hey, we were playing young guys, testing the waters, just trying to see what we got, and so we lost this game. But I don't think Heupel's going to do that. I think he feels a real urgency to win this game. I'm not sure his team does. I am not sure that the team is feeling the same way that Heupel does, because 9-4 looks a lot different than 8-5. It just does.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, there's a difference there. It's kind of subtle, but it's real.
Oh no! I'm with you now, and here's the double-edged sword. I'll be as guilty as anybody. Saying this. You play young guys, and God forbid we lose to go 8-5. I'm going to be one of the fans going, dude, 8-5. What are we doing? But we're playing young guys. It's 8-5. We're all going to do it, regardless of if we admit it or not. You're right on that, Charlie. Like, it looks different. But I also will say on the other side, the devil's advocate is we don't need to care in the sense of like in 9-4, 8-5, because we're not in the playoff. We want to see what we got next year because, guys, I'll be real with you. I love the hire, and we can talk about this later about Jim Knowles, but understand he has publicly stated multiple times it takes 3 years for his defensive system to work. But understand this, for a coach, and here we go, it's going to be all over that I've called this out, that it does not fire coaches. He does not have a track record of firing coaches. When you fire a coach, it's more than likely because you've been told you better change something, and I don't know if the 3-year mark is there, if that makes sense.
Jonathan Crompton says that Jim Knowles. Write this down, Fox Sports Knoxville.
Because I hope we get to see this play out because Jim Knowles' defense with our offense can really mesh well together. And we can talk about it post game. I'm just saying from the administration side, I don't know how. Who knows? And today, I'm saying because in today's world, I want it right now by the administration. Because of NIL, you can pay players, blah blah blah. So, in my view, well, let's see what we've got at our young tailbacks. Let's throw them out there. Let's see what McIntyre can go do against the starting Big Ten defense right now, instead of mop up duty. Throw them out there. What's it going to hurt?
I agree completely. I think there's zero chance Heupel will do that. And as far as Knowles goes, I mean, the good news for him is that it can't get a whole lot worse. So if he took us from 90th in America or whatever it was to 50th, I mean, that's an improvement. Is it still bad? Yeah, but it would be an improvement.
Yeah, but if you notice, it does take time, and he's admitted this with his system because there's a lot of nuances. But when it clicks, he's got a phenomenal scheme.
Yes.
But I'm just, I just hope that we can see it play out in that positive way. There's a comment asking what benefits do we have or with us for seeing Joey finish this game? None unless he's coming back. But honestly, even at that point, none.
Yeah, I really would love to see McIntyre play in this game, but we're coming up on time here, so we got to finish with this. I'll ask everybody in the comments. We got a ton of people watching right now. Tennessee down by 3, 10-7. Your offense isn't looking so hot. Defense looking probably better than I thought it was going to. What percentage chance would you give Tennessee for winning this game? Where would you put it? Obviously, 0 to 100%. How are we feeling? What's the feeling right now for Tennessee? Because I'm not sure. Crompton and I will give our answer right after I tell you about our new sponsor, Whataburger. There are now over a dozen Whataburger locations in Middle Tennessee, and there are 2 right here in Knoxville, Tennessee, Turkey Creek, and down on campus. They are the winning play for your post-game hunger. When the lights go down at Nissan Stadium, the party is just getting started. Head to your local Whataburger to recap the highlights over their legendary patty melt. Whether you're a lifelong local or a fan traveling across the state for the big game, Whataburger is your home for big flavor and bold tailgates. I was saying this on our show. A whole side of my family lives in Texas. I've been eating Whataburger since I was a kid. They got it all. Let's see, what do they have listed here? The sweet and spicy bacon burger, the honey butter chicken biscuit, the patty melt that we already talked about. You got to go get it. I know your mouth is watering here as I say that. So go grab Whataburger. Again, the winning play for your post-game hunger. Go check them out. Let's see some of the comments here. I asked, what percentage would you give for Tennessee to win this game? Big Orange says 30%. Daniel, 50%. Jimmy says 62.378501. 65% from Kenny, 40%. Oh, I lost my spot. 40% from Michael, 100% from Blake. Very confident. Michael, 30%, sadly. 20% from Alex, feeling bad about this game. 51-49 from Darren. Crompton, what say you?
51.
Right there with Darren.
I don't know. Something just seems off. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope it's 100. But something seems off. Like there was a comment that said we only have 3 possessions, making it seem like the offense is playing terrible. But think about this. I've said this before. There's an old stat that says time of possession. It's points per possession.
Yep.
It's that simple. That is the name of the game. One more point than they do. So it is more important to have points per possession rather than time of possession. They're playing the long game, Illinois is, of making us be perfect on every drive by holding the clock. Understanding that we have shown we will not be perfect on every drive. And our kicker missed a field goal again. So that's the reason why I'm only going 51 is until we get more productive and we sustain, and I'm not saying sustain a drive of 10 plays, but sustain a drive of get a first down or 2, big play. Let's get some points on the board early, or it could get ugly.
I'll be optimistic here. I'll say 55%.
What?
Not too optimistic. 4 more percent than Crompton.
Who are you?
I don't know. There's something here where I just go, we're not losing to Illinois, right? We're not going to lose to Illinois.
I'm with you.
It's a Big Ten team. Now, again, I kind of maybe I felt that way against Vandy too when you were tied at the half there. But yeah, I mean, you should have been tied here if Max Gilbert. Good Lord, I mean that kid, what a season he's having. You know, I'll go 55% and say Tennessee maybe squeaks out a win here. But win, lose, or draw, Crompton and I will be back here. Tennessee A to Z Sports Tennessee Volunteers YouTube channel. Come hang out with us during the post game. The high points, what we're going to talk about there. Obviously, whether Tennessee wins or loses, what that means. But the big thing, the transfer portal. What does Tennessee need out of transfer portal? What do we think? We're going to cover that and sort of what. I mean, it's an interesting conversation. If you blow this one, what does it mean for the offseason? If you win this one, what does it mean for the offseason? Plenty to talk about in the postgame. We'll be here. Thanks to everybody for watching. Thanks to our great sponsors. And we will talk to y'all in just a few minutes.